Hello, this is Seth Lewis from Lantern Home Inspections, here to perform a sewer line camera inspection on property 4621 Southeast Glen Avenue, Milwaukee, Oregon 97267. Current time is 8 a.m. on May 19th, 2026. Looks like the house is facing southwest. I'm here on the north corner of the house. Actually, I'm going to pause the video for a moment. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. So I'm on the north side of the house. I'm in the bathroom. They pulled the toilet here. It's from the far side of the house in the new construction or the new add-on. So I'm hoping this is going to be accessible because sometimes there's a lot of turns. So I'm going to go ahead and begin from here. I'm going to zero out my foot counter and I'm going to go ahead and begin. The purpose of this inspection is to determine the overall condition and serviceability of the sewer lateral for this property to the city main. So there's all kinds of turns, as you can see. There's the water running from the sink. Sometimes as many turns can actually stop the line pretty quickly. So a bit of a clean out there. "33 feet, we transitioned from ABS to cast iron. So there's quite a bit of sludge and flaking there. Standing water. So the pipe narrows here. As you can see, it's got a lot of deformity. Some of these joints look like they might be you can see that's pretty deformed there. That's a joint, and it looks like there's water. See that waving there? You see kind of the sludge build up. So as you can see, it's getting harder for me to plunge because I'm all the way back here in this corner. "57 feet, we transition now from cast iron to concrete. So that looks like an offset of some sort. You can see there's some, pause the video. I've stopped the water, let's just keep going. I'll come back to that. Once the water recedes. As you can see, it's just getting harder for me to move forward because the longer it goes and the more turns that this has, it's just hard to. I'm surprised I've been able to get this far. Then there could be another 30, 40 feet to go. And another, that's certainly a separation. I have water running right now. I'm gonna yeah, there's another one here. You can see there's gapping there between that joint. Could be a separation. It's hard to see looking at it from the front. All right, from this point at 135 feet, we have reached the city main. I'm going to pause the video, turn off all the water. Okay, I'm back. It was necessary for me to turn the water on in multiple places, so it made it easier for me to push down from this point. So I'm going to pull back from here. Hopefully the water is going to recede. So there's the one there. That's definitely an offset. That's definitely an offset in the separation. I'm not going to mark any of this since there's multiple issues throughout the pipe itself. As you can see, I can't get any, can't push it again. But as you can see there, that would actually fail the line because it looks like a separation there. An offset that's causing that, and it probably is open. I can't turn my camera to be able to see, but that does look like it for sure at about 108 feet. There it is there. There's the offset. You can see there's gaps around the joint there. Looks like there's actually like a clean out as well at 107 feet. I'm going to pause the video for a moment. Okay, I'm back. I've marked this under the, it's under the concrete, which means the driveway. So I've marked that 107 feet. As you can see, there is a clear offset in both sections there. There's another one coming up here too. And there's an offset there. There's several of them. There's a few offsets as we're going along here. I'm not going to mark that. I've already marked one of them. And then you come to the cast iron, and the cast iron has some issues as well for concern. You can see flaking. Definitely want to check the integrity of that, possibly by a chain grinder. You can see that right there. The joints are kind of swelled. Could be some cracks and some holes. As you can see, flaking. So the cast iron doesn't look like it's in very good condition at this point. See? Some flaking as well. Some crevassing there. go back into the ABS. So there are enough issues in the pipe to actually look at a review for to have a licensed professional who repairs and replaces these to do an evaluation, another evaluation, to see which sections of the pipe are compromised most. There are a few offsets, possible openings in the joints along the concrete section, and then the cast iron section is in disrepair. Just corrosion, flaking, crevassing, swelling at the joints. There's most likely some type of maybe a disconnection there, possible slightly, but it would have to have a further review to evaluate that. So this does fail the sewer line camera inspection for this property. I will have a written report. I will have a written report for you to view along with this video. Thank you for choosing Lantern Inspections.